All right, evening VC. Saw a video this weekend from the channel Married to Vinyl. A great couple out in Los Angeles. Um, they really like going to that store Freak Beat out there, which I really enjoyed when I visited Sherv and Alex and the guys out there. And they did a thread response for showing 10-inch records. I think they showed their favorite 20 because they have quite a few 10-inch records in their collection. Maybe I think they said 300 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But I only have maybe 30 or 40 total. So showing just 20 of my favorites, I don't know. I'll just show them all. So I haven't shown my 10-inch records in a long time, I don't think. So I'll show them again. And I'll try to run through them quick since there are like 30 or 40. The first one is from a two-piece band from Spain called Calavento. And this is Canciones de Sobra. And it's a fantastic two-piece rock band. They have a lot of similar sounds to Nuevo Volcano, a great band from Barcelona. Highly influenced from that band. They have blown up over there. I mean, huge crowds. Massive. And they're just a two-piece. They rock out. It's just guitar, drums, and the guitarist sings. Kind of anthem-y jamming. They're really speaking to the youth over there. So that's a really good band right now in Spain, Calavento. Another band from Spain, KLS. This is the 10-inch Pume from 2014. This is real heavy noise rock. Instrumental. This is in-your-face shit. Real short songs, intense, fucking incredible band. Not to be confused with the earlier KLS from the 80s. It's KLS from Spain, current band. Noise. Heavy noise. And one more from Spain, speaking of Nuevo Volcano, this is the 10-inch split they did with the Life and Times, which is a great band that started, at this time, we're from Kansas City, Missouri. Now the guys are spread out all over the place, Chicago, KC, and St. Louis, but this is a great split with those two bands. Great 10-inch. I got a blues 10-inch here. This was a Record Store Day one. This is Blind Willie Johnson. Dark was the night, cold was the ground. Probably the best blues song you're ever going to hear in your life. They kind of tried to make a record to resemble the original 78 on Columbia Records. Amazing, amazing track. If you look that up and check it out. Noise rock band from Minneapolis, Buildings, It Doesn't Matter. Limited to 500, 10-inch on Riot House Records from 2014. This is an excellent, kick-ass 10-inch. Dig all the songs on this one from Buildings. And you'll notice by the Trail of Dead from Austin, Texas, put out this 10-inch picture disc, Festival Time. This is kind of a rare one. Don't see it very often. I don't think it's expensive or anything. Released on Justice Records in Fontana. Love that band, so anything they've put out I'm going to have. Here's a great band from Athens, Georgia. One I used to follow around and film all the time. This is Cinemechanica, math rock, and their 10-inch Rivals, which this was the form that they had going with the double drums. So you add Jeremy Fountain from Greensboro into the mix on the second drum kit to go along with Mike Albanese, which just made it even that much more intense. On Hello Sir Records from 2008. Not an easy one to find anymore. I got a classic, The Clash 10-inch Black Market Crash. This is really good. I think this is an original copy too. Got that at Premium Sound. Here's what Record Store Day one. Foo Fighters, Songs from the Laundry Room. This one got gone real quick. I remember that. Record Store Day. Somehow Lunchbox got more in. later on, and I was able to grab one. They went really fast, even when he got them back in. Alone and Easy Target on here. So this is early stuff from Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl. One of my favorite Portland bands of all time that included Elliott Smith, Heat Miser. This is Yellow No. 5. This is an original 10-inch on Frontier. And then you've got this record. This was how it was originally released. I think last Record Store Day they issued this on in a 12-inch or an LP format for the first time. That this is Helmet Betty on 10-inch. It's a double gatefold. One of the best Helmet records. There's your gatefold there. I mean, I got this years ago. One of the first vinyl records I ever bought would have been that 10-inch Helmet. Here's a great heavy band from the Oakland, San Francisco area, Kowloon Walled City and Turk Street. Pretty rare 10-inch on Word Clock Records from 2008. You got the band from Tallahassee, Florida, Look Mexico. This is Real American Spirit. And not spelled like the word spirit, but Spear-It. Awesome artwork on this one. Great kind of jammy band. Oh, what year was this from? Maybe 2011. I think this is also a gatefold. See if I can show you that. Some more cool artwork. Well, it is just one 10-inch. And it is on color, so we'll show you that too. It's like a blue, got a little swirl in it. Really cool labels. Great band. I've been posting videos on my channel for 17, 18 years now. I think 17 years. And you can sort your videos by most watched, like the most views. And the Look Mexico live footage has by far the most views of anything I've ever posted on my channel. So they're a very beloved band. Mad Season, River of Deceit with I Don't Know Anything live. Saw this once, haven't seen it since. It's a numbered copy, 1 of 2000. This was at Lunchbox, and I snatched it up. Mad Season, fantastic. You know, came out of the grunge scene out of Seattle. Another Pacific Northwest band, Melvins. This is Interstellar Overdrive. This was VCLT from Mr. Winebender. This is on Man's Ruins Records. It's a very cool 10-inch. Don't see this one very often from Melvins. And then one more Melvins 10-inch. This one I got at one of the gigs. This is one of the limited, expensive ones. Lord of the Flies. And I got this one because they do a cover of Spoon Man from Soundgarden. Absolutely badass. And I think this is like a limited. I think I want to say, if I recall, it's yellow. On Amphetamine Reptile Records, it's this crazy yellow with green dotted stuff in it. Very cool pressing of that. They only made a handful of these. Is it numbered? I think it's number 76 of 100. Then we've got the band Off and Live from the BBC. Great band that just retired, basically, or called it quits. This one's from 2015. This has got all the great songs, Void You Out, Red, White, and Black. Great punk band, Off, from California. Then you got this kind of heavy, droney band, Ohm, BBC Radio 1, 10-inch on Drag City from 2019. This is a band that Sherv turned me on to. He was talking about, checked him out. This is a really good 10-inch. Good heavy stuff. Some really long songs to start. 11 and change and 8.5. Good heaviness from Ohm. Pretty much any band that has Ohm in the name is going to be good. Instrumental heavy band from Chicago, Pelican. This is a 10-inch Pink Mammoth. That's a rare one. And then they did a split 10-inch where they did cover. Each band covered the other band. Pelican covered These Arms Are Snakes, and These Arms Are Snakes covered Pelican. So that's how that one goes. So These Arms Are Snakes did their version of Pink Mammoth. Really kick-ass 10-inch there. You got Queens of the Stone Age, Era Vulgaris. This is the original pressing that came out on 10-inch. Gatefold, kind of a trifold actually on this one. That one's kind of an odd shape. Here's another odd one. This is an original The King of Limbs from Radiohead. This came in this crazy bag with a newspaper and all the stuff. I'm not going to pull all of it out, but another rare one that came off the wall at Lunchbox. This one I've had a long time. Rage Against the Machine, People of the Sun EP. Got this one, it came out in '97. Revelation Records. Another LA band, Silver Sun Pickups. This might be a band that Married to Vinyl might dig. This is Let It Decay, back with working title. I think this was a record store day on Danger Bird back in 2013. Got this at Record Archive in Rochester. Great band from Louisville, Slint. They're 10-inch. Some good songs on this, Touch and Go. And you got the 10-inch box set, Soundgarden. This is Super Unknown, the singles. And it's basically collected all the singles, CD singles, into this box set, which I actually have all the CD singles. I have a bunch of different versions of those CD singles. That's a great 10-inch box. And you have Soundgarden Before the Doors live on I-5, kind of an accompaniment to the full album. This is a numbered copy, numbered 6140 out of however many they did of that. And you got the only record I have from this artist. This is the Ty Segall Band, which Ty Segall's put out a billion things, but this is Slaughterhouse. This is, to me, the best one that he's done. So that's why I have that. One of my favorite bands of all time, the John Spencer Blues Explosion. This is the VPRO session from September of '94. This is a boot, 10-inch. And I got these next two punk 10-inches that I found in Denver earlier in the year. This is the Testers, one of the early New York City punk bands from '76 to '77. This is on Incognito Records. There's a nice photo on the bag from CBGB's. Then you have Testers Volume 2. I was able to get both of them. I used to play with the Dead Boys and the Cramps. All right, then I've got just a few more. I'll show you my jazz ones, and then I also have this crazy DJ Shadow one, Donald the Merciless. It's a wild-looking cutout 10-inch thing. There's another one he did like that too that I don't have that I'd like to get. And then we'll show just the little bit of jazz 10 inches I have. I'm not going to show my 78s. I've given away some of my jazz 10 inches, so I don't have as many as I used to, but got a great Blue Note 10-inch here from the amazing trumpet player Clifford Brown, New Star on the Horizon. With Charlie Rouse on here, who used to accompany Thelonious Monk quite a bit on tenor sax, John Lewis piano, Percy Heath bass, Art Blakey drums, Gigi Grice on alto and flute as well. Blue Note 5032, this is a reissue. I do not have an original of this. That would be Uberbucks. This is an original of Clifford Brown and Max Roach on MRC. This was $3. This goes for a lot of money now. Harold Lands on this on tenor, Richie Powell piano, George Morrow bass. This is incredible stuff. OG of that. Another OG Clifford Brown ensemble featuring Zoot Sims. This one came from Atlanta and Criminal Records. Very rare original pressing of this from 1955. More great stuff from Clifford Brown on trumpet. This is another rare one. This was given to me as a gift from Steve over at Repo. This is Charlie Christian, Jazz Immortal on the Esoteric label with Thelonious Monk on piano. This was live in 1941 at Minton's Playhouse. Really excellent 10-inch and rare. Here's a great Finnish band, I believe. The Five Corners Quintet, the Devil Kicks / Three Corners on the Ricky Tick Records label from 2004. Really good European jazz. Here's a great local free jazz group, Ghost Trees, good friends of mine. And this is their it's a rare 10-inch now, just self-titled. Very, very free on this one, and a super intense outing from the guys on that one. Pretty much have to find that locally. I think John might actually have a copy. Then you have Sun Ra Myth Science Orchestra, The Lady with the Golden Stockings on Modern Harmonic. Some unreleased versions of some tracks here. And then you've got Larry Young in Paris, the ORTF recordings. This was kind of an accompanied piece to the full length that Resonance put out for a record store day. Good organ on that. And then last but not least, the most recent 10-inch I found, which is a very rare one on Savoy from 1953, I believe, the Prez and the Bean. Paid $8 for this. One copy on Discogs right now is going for over $300 after shipping. Lester Young on one side and Coleman Hawkins on the other, throwing down with some big-time swinging affairs going on behind them. Those are the 10 inches I got. Hope you're all well. Peace.